Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon, Warrens, Hellion, Flagellant, Jester, Houndmaster. This should be a pretty good party. The bleed works well, the Houndmaster works best in the Warrens. Flagellant is an okay healer, nothing special. Maybe what we actually would like to have is like Adrenaline Rush in case the Hellion gets blighted, but I think we're fine as we are. We're just gonna take a lot of provisions here. All the food. Oh, you know what? 3 stacks of torches as well. I will take 3 blood. I'll take 4 blood, we can stack it up. We'll take a full stack of anti-venom bandages, medicinal herbs, and holy waters. We're actually gonna take 2 full stacks of anti-venom, and 2 full stacks of holy waters, I think. Especially when we fight swine skeevers, we're gonna want these. And there is some bleeding that happens. There's gonna be a lot of backtracking at the end of the mission, but I'm okay with that. We should take a couple of keys. So we'll dump holy waters and take 3 keys. And we'll embark. It's actually like too much stuff to put in my inventory here, but this is fine. Good. I'm waiting for the day when we go out on a mission and the face of the fanatic is going to appear right here on this loading screen.
To prosecute our war against the swine, we must first scout their
Oh my
squalid
god,
homes.
it's such a big map. Oh, Lord. EduCom, good night. Thanks for stopping by. This is gonna be a long mission. Maybe I should have stopped the stream before this mission, because this is gonna be like...
A blazing star
There's gonna be so much combat here. Look at how many rooms there are. At least it's only explore 90% of rooms, not do 100% of room battles, which is always annoying. Okay. Wow, you're dead. Why are you so good? That's such a good move from the Houndmaster, just a one-hit KO. I love it. The skills are in the wrong order. I guess now we'll just, you know, apply the bleed to the ghoul. The ghoul.
The ground quakes.
Get around his protection. Yeah, he's gonna die in like
It is the weapon that
2
lives
turns.
on its own.
Red, that's just damage. We can handle a little bit of damage. We can use the Flagellant to toss out a heal. Just don't howl. I find the howl to be very annoying, Mr. Ghoul. Actually, there's a chance we can kill. There's also a chance we can stun. It's a good chance. You'd have to hit for 16 or stun with the 50-50. 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, or stun. It's actually a 60-40. Hey. Hey Joe, bleed does stack, so right now the ghoul is taking 16 points of damage, so he's already dead. Well, if he's already dead, you can just heal up. Oh, it's so adorable. Yeah, if the ghoul's already dead, I guess we're just gonna, you know, buff up a little bit, heal up. You're not healing to full. Now you're healing to full.
A victory.
Good.
Perhaps the turning point.
We're not gonna be taking a lot of loot out on this mission, I think. Out of this mission, I should say. We'll do backtracking at the end if possible, but right now I'm just focused on making sure that we keep our provisions. We're gonna need them.
Watch your step.
Yeah, 9 HP. You know, I'm not gonna interact with the boxes. We'll, you know, optionally backtrack at the end. Raving Madman, Swine Heaver. Well, I think we're just gonna begin with the Battle Ballad. It's just such a good opening move. Oh, you're not dead. You'll be dead next turn. Oh, there's some spades!
Grievous injury.
Well,
Palpable
that sucked.
fear.
Someone had a really fun time recording the voice lines for the Raving Madman. I hope they had a fun time anyways. Trot retreat. Well, we can't do an Iron Swan, but at least we can still hit.
Decimated.
Rhea. And plus damage v bleeding. We should definitely try to apply bleeding to the Swine-Tar now. Just so that the Hellion can just do a little bit of extra damage, honestly. I mean, that's their whole shtick with the crit.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
We should bleed you. And then maybe we'll focus on some stress relief next. We don't really need to on the Flagellant because he has the personal stress heal, but that requires camping. And, you know, ideally we would like to have low stress at all times on the mission. 13 damage. God, that's such good damage output. We do need to do some heals now. Or do we? Maybe we can kill him, or stun him. Actually, a stun from the Hellion might be the best thing. Wow, 17 stress down? That's really good. It's unlikely to land, but if it does, that buys us a free turn. And he is still dead. Good. So I guess you're just gonna hug your dog. Get more stress relief. Could have done a battle ballad, but it's room combat. I don't think we need to. Proclaim. You're never gonna bleed yourself with that ability anymore. And we still crit killed. I like it. Bag of marbles.
This expedition at least promises success.
Applies vulnerability for 1 turn. You know, I'm really tempted to camp. No, we want to take the emerald, please.
It's a goal without hope.
Because there's a table here, we can use medicinal herbs and get another stack of food if we really need to. But I also just want to, like, do buffs. So, prevent nighttime ambush, sharpen spear, battle trance, and we'll remove a little bit of stress on somebody, I suppose. Self only minus 20 stress? No, thank you. Good enough.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Yeah, why not? 8 food, perfect. Ooh, a scroll. Resolution, we don't care about that much. Warren's Phobe, we're in the Warrens. Yeah, you know what? Purge Warren's Phobe. Take less stress on the Warrens, which we are currently at. That makes perfect sense to me. No, it doesn't remove a locked-in quirk, but honestly, the stress might be a concern on the mission. Money, you know, that's a meta problem. We can deal with that at some point in the future. That's future Abe's concern. Large flesh eater. Because of their surprise, I think you definitely go for the back line.
Obliterated.
It's a good kill. I figured the Jester could do a follow-up, but maybe we should have done the back line, because the Hellion is the wild card. They can hit the 4th and the 3rd position. The Jester can only hit the 3rd position. So maybe there was a better move there. Ah, nasty dodge. I guess I didn't buff her accuracy. We had one too few respite points to do that move with the Jester, which would have been nice. Wow, that corpse is gone? Where'd that corpse go? It's here a second ago. Alright, Battle Ballad. Maybe we should have done that with the Jester on the previous turn. Yeah, because then maybe she would have not missed. Yeah, makes sense to me.
Well struck.
Now, I am a little bit worried. The Flagellant being marked means that he could be hit for, like, a butt ton of damage by this Flesh Eater. But if he does, he has the heal. Just don't crit. I don't think it crit. I think it just did a butt ton of damage. But that's okay, he can heal. You know what, we should have guarded. So toss this out on you. You're still marked though, which is very scary. Think we'll be able to kill. We have to hit for 14. Oh yeah, we got him.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit, unless
In order to exsanguination be considered a virtue.
That was acceptable. Not great, but acceptable. And let's go up. Let's get this dead end out of the way.
destroyed.
Sometimes I just love this game. When you start to, like, find party compositions that work, you're like, why would I ever use something else? Why would I ever not take a Flagellant, Houndmaster, Jester, and Hellion out on the Warrens? Or the Weld? They work, I mean, this party works equally well in both places. Minus the occasional not great healing out of the Flagellant, but still.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy
Dude, that dog.
them all.
That dog does so much damage. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, you moved. A little unfortunate, but it opens up the Flagellant for a heal. Which we should do now. As much as I would like to wait on it, I don't have Exsanguinate. Although, I guess what I could do is swap out Exsanguinate before we go into the next combat if he's low on HP. Now that I think about it, that's a really smart move. Why have I not done that before? You know, if he's low on HP, and no one else is low on HP, we could just open up with an Exsanguinate by switching to it between combats. And you open up with a good heal and a good amount of damage. You know, we could get rid of Punish if we have to. We have units that can hit the front line. Ignore it. Also, I didn't use the camping skill of Release the Hounds. I forgot that we only had, 12 respite points. It's like, ooh, we're gonna use all of these abilities, except you can't, because there's too many.
A singular strike.
I always over-prepare or overthink that I'm able to use all of them, but I'm not. I can't use them all. Oh, you moved first! The Flagellant didn't move. That's fine, you dodged. Didn't get bled. We can prey on the Hellion. Minus 40% damage, minus 10 accuracy. Might just want to go for a stun now, honestly. Or, you know what we could do? Let's try this. Let's guard dog. And I'm assuming that the Flesh Eater is going to do the big attack, Tentacle Devour. This should protect the Hellion from a lot of damage. And we'll smack him. I guess you do have low accuracy right now. We could have used medicinal herbs, but I want to see how this works. You dodged. I want him to go for Tentacle Devour. I want to see how it works against a guarded unit. I guess he does have 75 dodge. It's a lot of dodge, admittedly.
A brilliant concept. confluence of skill and purpose.
I also had a heal. You know what? Use it. You're not even doing it. You just crit the Jester, even though I'm trying to make you hit the Hellion. I hate you. You're not dead. That'll do it. Ah, why'd you hit me? Or why did you not hit me, rather? For a stress heal? Might as well. Ballad is basically worthless. Now, I would have liked to have done more than one heal, but you know, that's all we can do. I guess I could eat some food. We do have a lot of food. Why do we have so much food? Did we camp? Yes? Where did all this food come from? I guess from the... Right, we camped and then we used some things. Okay, you know what? In that case, eat up. Forgot that we camped and then immediately used
Such
a...
quantities are unsurprising.
I don't have
These
shovels.
tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
I forgot to bring shovels. Let's go, we'll just backtrack. I could have sworn I brought shovels. Where did they go? I didn't discard them, did I? Whatever. Warrens is actually not that bad because it's such a interconnected series of hallways that you can usually find a way around.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Slightly annoying, but not that much of a problem. I'd rather not take the stress damage if we don't have to.
The sparkling
You?
eyes of youth
I think we're good against this guy.
and made merciless.
It's a good crit. I think we're actually pretty effective against the Collector. We should Battle Ballad. The Jester can only do a Dirk Stab, and that's not good. Gotta remember, though, it does bypass guard. That's gonna be important.
Devastating.
It's another nasty crit. He's taking 40 damage from the bleed. We could go for a stun. Pretty high chance. 60-40, I think. Buys us an extra turn. And our speed is high thanks to the Battle Ballad that we should be able to go again. Before he summons his collect calls. You know what? Do it again. If we can get another turn before he does, we can just, like, hit him in the back line and then Iron Wave him to death. He's almost already dead. This has gone beautifully. He has to take 2 damage. I mean... Ding, 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 ding. Oh, he's dead. Such a difference. This party. The party that can hit basically anywhere. Oh, minus the Jester. Absolutely fantastic. Oh my lord.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
I don't know, you feel like we should go try to fight a Shambler? We'll go low light? Don't push your luck, Abe. Another obstacle. That's fine. Again, we can go around it. All it costs us is a little bit of light. And I'm just going to open up some of these sacks. You know, especially now that we've kind of cleared out the right side. Let me just open this up. Dump the heirlooms, probably.
Packs
Yeah.
laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Kinda hope we can get another scroll on the ground. Haven't had too many scouting, even though we do have the plus 25% scouting chance map. I mean, the scouting's been okay. Not outstanding, though.
Masterfully
You dead?
executed.
Oh, 1 HP away. Oh, but we moved first. Very lucky. This is such a good party.
Slow death.
That's the thing, like, Bounty Hunter,
Forgiving.
Arbalist, Grave Robber. Yeah, they're fun, interesting units, but you know, if I could just rock this party every time I come to the Weld or the Warrens, why wouldn't I? You know?
Impressive.
Impressive. I'm getting a ton of crits, doing a ton of damage.
But death by inches.
Ooh. That's okay. We should do a heal, now that I think about it. On the previous turn, I shouldn't have even hit this guy. He doesn't bleed. It's okay. We'll do it next time. We have a key. There's a sapphire. I would like to take it. I'm gonna dump the... I'm gonna dump nothing. I'm gonna dump the sapphire. We don't need it. We might want the dog treat if we come across a swine skeever. I could just use it here in this combat though, but I think I should save it for that particular encounter, you know? Because that's a nasty encounter.
Precision and power.
You just crit every attack? I mean, don't let me tell you what to do, because that's wonderful. No, you don't get to move. Boar rush. Knockback. Oh, nice. He resisted. Not quite at healing range though with redeem, which is unfortunate. I think we should Hound's Harry. I want to get a little bit of bleed out on this guy before he actually acts, because he's annoying. That's actually a decent amount of bleed. Oh, he resisted it, unfortunately. Get the flagellant. Good dodge. Trapped retreat. You know, probably not a good idea to put your friend up front.
As the fiend falls, a faint
We have zero stress. That's fantastic. I know I keep, you know, saying how much I'm enjoying this mission, but I'm enjoying this mission. We're getting the job done. Everyone's alive, doing well. You know, these units are on a first-name basis with each other at this point. Ah, Cheeseburn, how are you doing today? Ah, Shocky Oreo, hello, welcome.
Unbalanced.
Down to 1 HP. Well, good opportunity for a heal now. Dan sings you the song of his people. You're already healed up. I'm gonna go for the crit. For stress heal. Could do a guard, but I don't think that's necessary. Was that enough?
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
Oh, don't care. I will leave that chest. I'll leave this as well. Just because we're not able to hold on to onto the loot. The loot! The loot! There's too much loot! That's unfortunate. I hate the big guy being in the middle because it means that we can't really hit him with the DOT from the Jester. Not easily, anyways. I will go for the back line.
Annihilate.
Flagellant and the Hellion could have helped if we needed them to. I think honestly I'm gonna go for the stun. There's a chance it could hit the big guy, but even just hitting this guy is, you know, a turn without damage and 6 extra damage. Withdraw, retreat, you're in the back! You stupid pig! He does love critting. Just gonna do Battle Ballad. This is gonna be overkill, but actually it wasn't that much overkill. You did very little damage. Could have been massive overkill, but wasn't. Precision and power. Hold on, let me get it for you. Yeah, bleed. You should heal. Honestly, you. Because you have less total HP, I think. Well, I guess I'm glad I put it on you. You're literally being healed. I know you need a healer, but you're literally being healed already. You can shut it a little bit, okay? Man, your crit chance is so good. Guess that's the power of the Jester, you know? Stack up the Battle Ballad. Everyone gets all the crits in the world. Crunching backhand. You know what? Toss out a third one of those. You're healing for 12 per round. And you're dead. You gotta admit, that's a good amount of healing to get out of it. 12 healing per round. For 3 rounds. Well, it's gonna be 12 and then 8 and then 4. Oh, I guess it's gonna be 12 and then 4, but still good damage. Good HP, good recovery, good regen.
Be wary.
Who's regen?
Pride precipitates
Oh, you don't know regen?
dizzying fall.
Overhealed by a little bit, but that's okay. Give me a battle buff, please. Plus damage until camp. Could have also given it on the Houndmaster. We are surprised? Excuse me? That's very unfortunate. The Helline's gonna have to spend... Actually, she can do if it bleeds, and he can actually heal. And then move later. I don't know. This is gonna be weird. You can Dirk Stab or move back. You should move back. Then you... should heal. And the next turn, we can have the Houndmaster move back. I think that's how we want to handle this. I wish I knew what his move was, if it was back 2 or only back 1. I think it's probably going to be back 2. I mean, he's an agile unit with a dog. But we should just, you know, do something. I mean, why not just do a Barbaric Yop then? Because I want the speed next turn. This guy has 115 stun resistance. Oh, and now you trot retreat, thanks. Could Hound's Harry, honestly. It's not that bad. But let's get ourselves back to our basically original positions. Get that Battle Ballad out there. Start killing these units again. Aw, you did get a turn. That's unfortunate.
Exposed to a killing blow.
Terms of Debilitation, that's a debuff. It didn't apply the debuff to anybody? That's strange. Iron Swan. You got halfway there. You'll get the other half. 12, 12, 15. Might as well. Yeah, this is a not fantastic encounter, mostly just because of that random, you know, shuffle that we had at the beginning. You crit for 38. What are you, an occultist? Get out of here. Get out of here. Crunching backhanded. Just don't crit him again, because he can't heal himself for another 3 turns. Which I guess does make a little bit of sense, you know. You gotta wait for the bleeding to stop and for him to heal up a little bit before he can bleed himself again. You know what? Go for it. Hey. Oh my lord. Gotta say, I'm loving the crits. When we get them, not when the enemies get them, of course. Feel my resolve. Don't tell me what to feel.
A trifling victory. But a victory nonetheless.
Man, I really wish I kept that other sapphire now. We have not used the anti-venom once. I think now we can actually start thinking about dropping it. We still have a ton of food that we haven't been using, so I'm also gonna drop a stack of food for some gold. And we will backtrack, I think, but we've gone through most of the half of the mission. We don't need all of those provisions. And of course, as soon as I dump the food, we get a starvation prompt. But we know that there's gonna be food in this curio if we use medicinal herbs. We'll be fine. I did have the Jester in the wrong spot, but honestly, we're probably just gonna be opening up with that battle ballad most of the time anyways. Almost there. Good. You know, just being able to move first, being able to do extra damage because of the accuracy and crits, moving first on the next turn. Unless we're trying to get a kill on someone, we're not doing the harvest as an opening move most of the times. Sometimes we are doing it though. There, now everyone's in the same spot, or the original spots that they were in.
And improvement.
Inspiration.
It's inspired because he just freaking crit a guy for 21 damage.
Inspiration.
Really bleeding for 2. I thought he was bleeding for more than that, honestly. He didn't get bled. You're the bleed man. You're supposed to bleed everything. 9-3. You know what? I believe we'll go before him. Oh, I should not have. Honestly, though, him being slightly more wounded might be okay if he can do a redeem or reclaim at some point. Redeem is the one.
Yourself that
I always
overconfidence
forget.
is a slow and insidious killer.
I'm not overconfident. The mission's just going better than I thought it would.
The light, the promise of safety.
Actually is going better than I thought it would. I didn't think it would be this easy to get through this large mission, especially with those swine skeevers that can absolutely destroy your party if you have a flagellant, but it's been okay. Diurnal is one that we want to get rid of. So I guess we're gonna go for that one. Resolution, that's fine. Well, I mean, it doesn't do anything, but we don't really care about we'll never drink, we'll never gamble, we'll never visit the brothel, whatever it is. That's a lot of food. Eat up. Nom, 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 nom. Eat up, everybody. We have a lot of food. I guess that's the thing about the Warrens. Because there are a lot of different curios that you can interact with for food, oftentimes you end up having enough. You know what? Why not? Delicious rotting human meat. Absolutely. Verity.
In Radiance,
All you need is some salsa and avocado. Ooh. It's another obstacle, but we will do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19. We can miss 2 rooms. We can miss this one. We've done the other one. Yeah, we can actually backtrack and we'll be fine. This is like weirdly a lot of obstacles though. And if this is the last little loot area, then we'll just do a little bit of backtracking to open up the table and the 2 treasure chests, and then that should be the end of it, I think. Because all we need to do is this last remaining room over here, and then we're good. We are good to go. Squeal! I'll see if there's like a curio or something. Or combat. Just don't be surprised this time. Should use the dog biscuits at this point because I guess I do open up at harvest when there's 3 enemies because we don't need to worry about, you know, buffing ourselves to hit the back line when we can just kill them faster this way, I think. But still. Yeah, we should use the dog biscuit because we're not going to need it after this. And we'll just get some more gold and then leave. I don't think so, buddy. I guess in this particular situation, what we do is we usually open up with the harvest and then switch to Battle Ballad because we want to move first before them at this point, right? Yeah. Or, you know, doing Inspiring Tune, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I do. I just play it by ear. You're not stunned? I thought I stunned him. I guess we stunned the other guy instead. Maybe we stunned him on the previous turn? No, he did a ball and chain. Weird. Again, should have used the frickin' dog biscuit. But we're gonna move before he does anyways. Will we move with the Hellion? Don't risk it. The Hellion's pretty slow. This Hellion's pretty slow anyways.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
I don't think it's a trick of anything, buddy. I guess that's another reason why we do want to go to rooms, is for the scouting chance, and if we do scout, we can theoretically find a secret room. I brought the keys this time. Squirrel! This last fight, why not? And honestly, I don't think I'm even gonna bother camping. Why bother camping, you know? We're gonna be done with the mission in a few seconds anyways. We didn't even need to camp the first time. I kind of just did it for inventory space and for buffs. Just no howl. Do I have a lot of them? No. That's fine. That's what the jester's for. So, start singing the song of your people. You know what? Before we end the mission, get that damn biscuit out. Risk it for a biscuit. $14 damage is enough. He's dead before he acts again. Because we got the Battle Ballad. Dun 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 dun. I guess if you're dead, we'll do a heal. Get some portraits out of it. Whoa, wait, backtrack. Back up.
Push on to the task's end.
We're going this way. Gotta get to these treasure chests, my dudes. You know, I guess we should camp, right? We should camp just for the littlest bit of extra stress relief, because we're gonna just dump the log anyways. So we will do it. Because why not?
A moment
Eat up.
of respite. A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
Then Hound's Watch. Reduce your stress by 5. Increase your accuracy, increase your crit. Use some keys. Also, hey!
Waiting to be spent.
That's the torch. Get some extra loot out of this. We did not need this many anti-venoms and bandages, but I'm still glad that I took them. Because sometimes I have been out on these missions and I really desperately needed anti-venom and the bandages. These enemies can be a pain in the butt, especially those, swine skeevers. But we didn't have to worry about them this time around, which is good. We have holy water. Take some more gold. Get rid of the holy water. Take the gold. Get rid of the... I need the keys. We'll just get rid of something else in a second. Use the key. Take all of it. Get rid of the key. Take the portraits. I don't care about an agility whistle. And there's not even any combat. We're not gonna get a shambler this time. Oh, what a shame. No shambler. Boo, boo. All right, well, you know what? You go fight a freaking shambler, okay? All right, get me out of here. Decent mission, not as much, gold as I would like.
May yet prove to be
I over-prepared, but it's only an over-preparation if you don't use it. It's an under-preparation if you wish you had it, which is often the case. So I don't mind over-preparing.
Take advantage of this faith-fueled charity. It will not last.
Good point. Sort by stress. Does anybody need stress relief? Yes. Joe. You magnificent bastard. You need some stress relief. You go in there for the big stuff. 16. Guess we could, put a couple of people in for like 16, 15, but I think we're fine. No one else needs it. Warren's not quite next boss level. One more mission in the Warrens will get us there, though. Week 73. Getting close. The only long missions are in the Weld, though. You know what I'm thinking? Kind of thinking we could do a courtyard run. And I'm thinking we could do a courtyard run because we don't really need to do any other missions right now. We could do the Darkest Dungeon whenever. The only long missions here in the Weld. We could do one excursion to the courtyard, and then we can get these people healed up, if they're stressed out, if they're wounded, whatever. Get them healed up for a while, remove their diseases or negative quirks if they get them. And then after a couple of missions, we can come back after we get a couple of invitations. And we can, not farm as many invitations this time around. I guess last time we used 3 invitations on the Baron's courtyard missions. But, because it was the Baron and then it was the Viscount, right? But yeah, like we could just, you know, do the mission. Oh my god, Viridi, you need to be leveled up severely. I guess after dying, you lost all of your skills, huh? Well... honestly, that's understandable. There you go. You're leveled up again. That was like 30,000. That's very expensive. Everyone else, we know what they have, and we like what they have. Just gonna get that just in case. And you're set. He says sweet in chat. But yeah, we could do the courtyard, and then try to like find some way of maybe not dying to the crocodile if we find the crocodile again. Admittedly, we do have better trinkets this time around, but what was our previous loadout? Previous loadout was the vial, the cauldron, on the occultist, focusing entirely on debuffing and stunning. The leper. Probably gonna want accuracy, definitely. And we don't have to use these damn focus rings anymore. We can use something better, like the Ancestor's Signet Ring. And then, if we want, we could just focus damage and crit, which I do like. The crit's gonna come from the Jester using Battle Ballad. Ancestor's Candle for the raw damage might be better, because it also improves speed. And the Torchlight by default is always gonna be at 100, so we're always gonna get the benefit of +2 speed, +5 dodge. And I do like the plus speed. But admittedly, the crit might be better. Go for the crit. Then, Jester. We'll do the tambourine. You know what? Stress is not often a problem. What if instead of that we go for like the coat? And the candle. For even more dodge and for a little bit of extra speed. Ideally, he goes turn 1. Turn 1, pops out the Battle Ballad. On guard. Works. Vestal? Well, you're just focusing on healing, aren't you? And we want pure healing, which means that we want this scroll, because it does do more healing. Plus 33% instead of plus 25%. Yeah, the stun is worse, but if we're going out on this mission, the Vestal is going to have Illumination. And that's what they're going to be using, you know, even up against the crocodile. Reducing the crocodile's dodge would be nice. The leper, chop, followed by I mean, Revenge withstand Solemnity is pretty good, but I have to think about the croc, right? Like, here's my thinking. Croc has 2 actions per turn, meaning we could stun every turn with the occultist and cut down the turns from the croc by half. That's pretty good. Cutting down the number of turns that the croc can act is effectively reducing its damage by 50%. If we stun every turn we are able to stun, that cuts the croc in half. Minus 50% damage. That seems better than weakening Curse, you know? So I think that the best defensive move from the occultist is still that Hands from the Abyss. Now we could do Intimidate, which does reduce the damage output of the croc further, but I don't think that's necessary. I think we need the leper to do damage. The Jester is going to be doing the buffing so we can hit even through the high dodge and have high crit chances, occasionally maybe toss out a harvest. The Vestal is going to be healing everyone with Divine Comfort. So I feel like that's what we want ideally out of everybody. You know, maybe Weird Reconstruction if we need it, but I don't know, probably not. Like, if we're fighting the croc, yeah, we could Weird Reconstruction, or we could cut an action from the crocodile by using Hands from the Abyss. Now, the other thing about the crocodile is that I did look up a little bit about how he works. If the crocodile is in the front or the back, the very front or the very back, he cannot do Apex Predator, which is the attack where he goes down, gets a buff to his damage, comes up, hits 3 units, can crit for 30 on each of them, bleeds them. That's the most dangerous attack. He cannot do that if he's in the front or the very back. So theoretically, if the leper purges, he could push the croc to the very back. And if he pushes the croc to the very back, he can't use Apex Predator. But he can do Swarming Corruption from the back, which hits everyone with damage and stress, which is probably better. So I'm honestly thinking that for that fight in particular, what we want is Purge. You know, Solemnity, let the Jester do the stress healing, but Purge to knock an enemy into the back line might be good on that fight against the croc. But I'm not entirely sure. I haven't really thought about it. I'll think about it a little bit more before the next mission. But I think we can safely go to the courtyard. We should be able to handle it. Maybe having better trinkets will help. You know, not having to worry about the focus ring, being able to put the signet ring out. That might help us a great deal. And do we want this ring? I think we do. What else would we take? Plus 25% damage, which admittedly is very good. It would allow us to kill the croc faster if we do find him, but it means that we are not as defensively protected and we don't have as much accuracy, and I think we do want the accuracy on the leper. These missions, the enemies have such high dodge that we want to hit. Wait, ring. Yeah, we want to hit, and we want to hit hard. Could also, you know, maybe give some more dodge to the occultist. It was 30 dodge and 35 HP, which is pretty low. But, you know, I like him having the Vial of Sand. It's a guaranteed stun. But again, I'll think about it. In any case, well, I guess really quickly here, we'll go to the sanitarium. Try to remove negative quirks from people. Lock in anything that we actually enjoy. You know, at this point, remove it. Plus 2 speed if torch above 75. There's a better version of that. Ruins Phobe. Automaton of Food. They're both locked in. I don't want to spend the money on it. You! Lethargy. Remove it. I really should have seen if there's anything I wanted to lock in. There wasn't. Wow, you have horrible collection of skills. Remove Stress Eater. You're set. You. Remove, Lygophobia. Why not? We'll remove the cheap ones, at least. Okay, so anyways, for those of you in YouTube, again, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live, support me on Twitch, Patreon, and Streamlabs, and I hope to see you here again for the next mission in the Darkest Dungeon.